Why is my brother demanding half of my $5 million lottery winnings? I'm 35. Last month, I bought a scratch-off ticket at a gas station, won $5 million. After taxes, $3.2 million. I was in shock. Called my wife, called my parents, then called my brother, Derek. Derek is 38. We've always been close. He was excited for me. Said we should celebrate. The next day, he showed up at my house with a folder. Inside was a piece of paper, handwritten, dated 23 years ago. It said, "We, Derek and Matt, promise that if either of us ever wins the lottery, we will split the money 50-50. Signed, Derek, age 12, and Matt, age 9. Both our signatures, in kid handwriting. Derek said he'd kept it all these years, that we'd made a pact, that I owed him half. I laughed, said we were kids, that it didn't mean anything. He said a contract is a contract, that I'd signed it, that he expected $1.6 million. I said no, that this was ridiculous. He hired a lawyer, sued me for breach of contract. His lawyer argued that even childhood contracts can be binding if both parties understood the terms and signed willingly. My lawyer said it was absurd, that no court would enforce a contract signed by a 9-year-old. The case went to court. The judge actually took it seriously, said he'd need to review precedent. During discovery, my lawyer requested Derek's financial records to prove he didn't need the money, that this was just greed. What we found changed everything. Derek was broke. Completely broke. $400,000 in debt. His house in foreclosure, his car repossessed. But that wasn't the worst part. The debt was from gambling. Derek had a gambling addiction for 10 years. He'd hidden it from everyone. He'd lost his savings, his retirement, borrowed from loan sharks. He owed dangerous people money. He didn't want half my winnings because we're childhood pact. He needed it to save his life. I confronted him, asked why he didn't just tell me, why he didn't ask for help. He said, because I judge him, that I'd always been the responsible one, the successful one, that he was ashamed. I asked how bad it was. He said if he didn't pay $200,000 in 2 weeks, they'd kill him. I looked at my brother, the person I'd grown up with, who'd protected me as a kid, who'd been my best friend, and I realized he wasn't suing me because of a contract. He was suing me because he was desperate and didn't know how else to ask. I dropped the lawsuit defense, gave him $200,000, paid off his debt, but I didn't give him half. I gave him what he needed to survive, and I made him go to rehab. He's been in treatment for 6 weeks now. Gambling addiction therapy, financial counseling. My parents found out about everything. They were devastated. They'd had no idea. Turns out Derek had been stealing from them too. Small amounts over the years. They'd noticed money missing, but never suspected him. He'd stolen $30,000 from our parents over 10 years to feed his addiction. My mom wanted to press charges. My dad said no, that Derek was sick, that he needed help, not jail. I paid my parents back the $30,000, Derek's debt to them. The lottery money that was supposed to change my life became the thing that exposed my brother's secret addiction and nearly destroyed our family. Derek got out of rehab last week. He's living with my parents, working a job, going to meetings. He apologized, said he'd pay me back, every penny. I told him I don't want the money back. I want my brother back. The brother who made a pact with me when we were kids, who promised we'd always look out for each other. That contract wasn't about lottery winnings. It was about brotherhood, and I'm honoring it by helping him get his life back. If you've ever had to save a family member from themselves, hit subscribe, because sometimes love costs more than money. Would you have given him the money or let him face the consequences?